Alright, welcome to take 3 of my collection video. First time, the flash wasn't on and a lot of things weren't showing up, and then the second time, I ran out of space on the phone. I had to clear some space. Anyway, here we go. Start off, this is where I do most of my gaming. On my sectional here, you notice the middle part is missing, and there's the cat. Hi, Miss. Say hi to the camera. Yeah, the middle part is missing. It's actually over here in my little gaming corner. I'll show you in a minute. The reason for that is twofold. One, so I have something to sit on when I game. I don't sit on the floor. The other reason is that over here in the middle it would block the AC. It'll go back over here this fall, and I'll have to find something else to sit on over there. I'll get a chair or something. Okay, this is where I keep all my controllers for my Xbox 360 and my PS3, the ones that are hooked up to my main TV. Speaking of which, here's the main TV. Nothing special, but it gets the job done. Got the Xbox 360 there with the charging kit behind it. Got the PS3 right there. It works, you know, it's my Blu-ray player also. If we come down here, we've got like my printer, my modem, my receiver box for my cable. And then here we got my Dreamcast controllers, some Wii things, like the stand which I'm not using, and some dust covers and things I'm not using. And we've got like my headset for my 360 and things like that. A couple play-in charge kits don't really work well, stuff like that. If we come over to the gaming area though, this is where I do most of my gaming. See, we've got my TV here. Nothing special, but it gets the job done. Sensor bar up top. I've got my N64. It's the purple Zelda one with the green controller I'm using. Ocarina of Time, and if you can see. Super Nintendo, Dreamcast, and Saturn. They gotta stay next to each other because I only have one power cord. They have to share a power cord. Not the end of the world, though kind of annoying. I need another one. I've got my Sega Genesis and my NES. My Switch box and all the labels that tell me which, you know, what's plugged into what, basically. All the cords, if you can see the cords, the little things sticking off them are labeled. All the cords are labeled as well. Just makes things easier. I know what's what easily. I can switch them out easily. There's my PS2, and in between the Switch box and that is my TurboGrafx 16. If you look down here, actually, got my Wii balance board, but more importantly, got my 2 power strips, which have almost all. You can see one off to the side there, and they don't have room to plug them all in. But most of my systems are plugged in, so I can just turn them right on. The ones that aren't, see the labels on top of those, all of the cords are labeled. I can easily switch them out when I need them, so I can find what I need quickly. Up here, I've got my Atari 2600 and my Wii, which I also use for GameCube gaming. I probably use it for more GameCube games than Wii games. Although I am playing Fire Emblem for Wii right now, although I'm using a GameCube controller still. Down here, we've got my Sega Master System, and beneath it, my 3DO. Okay. In here, by the way, is where I keep all my controllers. It's a mess. I don't have room for them all in there, but that's the only place I have for them, so that's where they go. Over here is the bulk of my collection. Up top, some booklets. That's where most of my DVDs, like all but the ones I've bought in the last year or so, like 800 DVDs in there. There's a PlayStation, some paper. My Dreamcast games, most of them are in there as well, because I don't have room for them right now, and they were there when I moved. I'm actually going to make them some custom cases, but I haven't gotten to it yet. Anywho, we've got my Super Nintendo collection. Super Game Boy up top there. I know these don't show up as well as they could, unfortunately. It's not the greatest camera. I know some people are going to really get on me about the stacking games in front of games thing. Believe me, I hate it as much as anyone. It's terrible. I know. I want them side by side. I don't even like them on this stacked up and down thing, but it's the only way I can make them even a little bit start to fit on here. I just don't have room for any more bookshelves until I move. I will be moving before too long. Believe me, I need a bigger place. We got my PS2 remote right there. If you slide these aside, there's more 360 games back there. I'm sure you can make out a lot of them, at least what they are. Pretty good set. Here we got my PS2 games. And if we go back here, more PS2 games. Down here is most of my Nintendo handheld stuff. You got the DS games. Down there at the bottom is the 3DS games, Game Boy Advance, Game Boy, a couple of Virtual Boy games back there. Got my Wii games right here. One more back there. Mostly good games, except for Survivor. That's my fiance's. Over here we've got the GameCube stuff. Some good stuff there. Zelda Wind Waker, Harvest Moon, Luigi's Mansion, Metroid Prime. Some of these you'll notice weird cases, some weird places. That usually means it's like the wrong game, like that Armored Core 4 is actually Lost Kingdoms. That's what it came in. I haven't switched the case out yet. There's some other ones like that. Not too many, but a few. Some of them are just blank cases still too. I need to print out new covers. Over here we have my Xbox One games, my few Master System games, and my Game Gear games. Down here we have my Atari 2600 and my N64. There's my Game Gear, some power cords, DS, Game Boy Advance. In this stack we've got TurboGrafx and Dreamcast games I've picked up in the last year or so. PlayStation games, there's some loose disc ones up top, and there's a whole nother row of these back here. Over here we've got my PS3, and down here we've got Sega Genesis, 3DO box stuff, Blu-rays, Sega CD, and NES, and yes, there's some cases in front of the NES stuff. It is what it is. Down on the bottom we just have DVDs and DVD TV seasons. So yeah, that's my collection. If anyone wants anything more in-depth on anything, I'll be happy to make another video. Let me know. I can make some ones about specific systems, and I may do that anyway. I have some new stuff coming in the way actually for this next week, some kind of high-end items, so I'll be featuring those on my next pickup video. Thanks very much for watching, and I hope you enjoyed it.